Hi, everybody. My name is Raj, and I'm, of course, from Sunrise Radio. Part of our leadership series today on International Women's Day is talking to inspirational women within our community. Today, I'm joined by Nadia Ali, founder of Make a Difference Greater Manchester. Welcome to the studio, Nadia.
Thank you. Good morning, Raj. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today. So let's start off with Make a Difference Greater Manchester. What was the impetus of founding that, and how did you know it was the right mission for you?
I think based on my own lived experience, one as a woman and one as a woman of colour, and especially one being from a woman from South Asian community and growing up in a traditional Punjabi Indian household here in the UK. And it was all very confusing growing up to me. And so I felt that there was a lot of barriers for me, and there was just a lot of issues that I needed to deal with about my identity and where I belonged in this society, really, not in accordance to where my parents thought I belonged. So, and I feel like there are thousands, if not millions, of women like me who just needed that extra support to know that there are others in that situation who are out there to support you, and that there are services that are set up to support you when you are going through difficult experiences as a child.
Now, you mentioned services that support. Could you explain more in detail what kind of services Make a Difference Greater Manchester provides?
So Make a Difference, what we provide is we provide emotional and social support to families, to women, to men, to children. And it's about, when somebody comes to us and they are experiencing difficulties in their life, then what we do is we try and offer that support to how do we enable you to participate effectively to make some of those daily changes that are needed that are affecting your mental health. And that could be something as simple as not being able to come out of the house, and there not being a local service in your area that's welcoming, that offers you a cup of tea and a samosa, and there's a person who looks like you, who talks the same language as you, who comes from the same cultural background as you, and is just willing to spend some time with you to listen to what your support needs are and then work on that journey together.
Now, Make a Difference delivers workshops, events, support. Is there a particular project or initiative that comes to mind that you feel has had the most transformative effect locally?
I think there are so many of projects of the work that we do that has impact on the people's lives who engage with us. But the one that I'll focus on is an annual event that we do, and it's the International Women's Day Community Awards. It's all about giving recognition to those people who work tirelessly in the geographical area that I work, and to give them recognition. And the criteria is very simple, and it's about those who have never been given recognition before. Because as we know, in the world that we live in, it's always the usual suspects that get the recognition and the rewards. And I feel like, in the work that I do, I work with such amazing people across the board, and they never get a chance to be shouted about and given the recognition that they deserve for all the volunteering work that they do in the borough.
So let's delve deeper into the awards. Tell us a bit more about it. How long has it been running? And when is the next one?
The next one is on the 13th of March, which is 13th of March 2026. It will be held in Stockport. We are in our 5th year now, and I am really proud of myself and my team to how this has evolved from, just having 100 people in attendance, going up to 400 people in attendance at our awards ceremony, and just being able to give that recognition, giving out 14 awards to some very special people on the day. It's all very excited. We make it all very glamorous. There's a very a fun element to it, but there is also a really serious element to it about people's stories and what their lived experience has been.
Now, looking ahead, what's the vision for Make a Difference Greater Manchester, would you say, over the next 3 to 5 years?
In the next 3 to 5 years, our vision is to have a community hub, a space, a building, one where we can offer several different services, offer that holistic support, have physical health in there, mental health support, have statutory services there, everybody working together collaboratively and just offering the specialism that's needed when we need to support women who are experiencing difficulties in their lives. So our vision is to have a women's and families hub in the future, a building. That's what we would like.
Now, as well as obviously the interview airing on Sunrise, there'll be a short bio blog published online. What would you like most of our listeners or readers to know about supporting community organizations like yours, financially or volunteering?
I think the theme this year for International Women's Day is very fitting. It's give to gain. What does give to gain mean? It means something different to everybody. For me, as a person, not my work, but in my personal life, I try to give as much as I can. Why do I want to do that? Because I feel like I've got a special skill, I've got experience, I've got knowledge, and I'm a great listener. I'm very empathetic, and that gives me the ability to give back to people. What do I get from that? My reward is that it makes me feel humble. It makes me feel like, wow, what I feel is so natural is so special to somebody else. And I would say everybody has a skill. And if you have a couple of hours a week in your time, go and find your local community hub, your local community centre, because I know that in areas of deprivation, in many areas, not just areas of deprivation, but just in any area, there are community buildings. Go and seek them out and see if there is something that you can offer. A couple of hours maybe to help go make some brews and sit down and talk to somebody to make their day. But I would say that this is Give to Gain this year is all about remembering why we do what we do and go and help somebody else.
Throughout your journey, who would you say were your kind of inspirational role models?
My inspirational role models, I don't know. I think there's so many women that I can name that are local people around me. So naming those names, nobody else would know them. They've been a part of my personal and professional journey. And I would say, they have become such good friends as well. And I think it's women who lift other women. They have been my role models, and there are just too many to name.
And finally, if you could send one message to every person listening or reading about how they can make a difference in their own community, what would it be?
I would say that in this world, we just need more kindness. So just keep giving out kindness. It will spread.
Thank you for joining us today, Nadia.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you. Have an amazing day.